Hey guys, Panda here, and today we're looking at the new Path of Exile Heist expansion that was announced a couple days ago. I'm pretty sure everyone that you care about or that's important in the PoE community has already given their 2 cents on what they think about it. So I'm a little late to the party, but I wanted to wait a little bit before I gave my full opinion just because there was a lot of questions I had, most of which were answered. Um, but this video, we're just mostly just gonna talk about just how I feel about the new expansion. Nothing too fancy. Um, if you guys want to watch this trailer without my annoying commentary, I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want to also check out the two FAQs that were posted by Bex, I highly recommend you check those out because they answer a lot of questions that people were having about this league mechanic and how the whole thing is gonna work. So yeah, let's just start with the video.
Thank you, everyone, for being on time.
You're welcome.
We have a lot to cover. The mark is in the rear of the dining hall. Cast, you're up first. You'll need to crack the lock and get us inside. Once we're in, Talina will use the vents to bypass patrols. There's a steel barrier that blocks access to...
So this is the first thing that kind of already annoyed me with the heist thing in general, is that we're supposed to pick out a crew of rogues with different talents, right? And we're supposed to make like the ultimate team for a heist. I'm pretty sure within the first week or two, there's already going to be like an optimal setup. Probably even like within the first few days, once people start getting into maps and doing endgame stuff, there's probably going to be an endgame optimal team with certain abilities that you're going to look for. I don't know if there's going to be like certain NPCs, because they said there's going to be like different rogues that you can hire. So I'm pretty sure there's just like the gardens. Think about the gardens. There was an optimal setup on how to make your garden within like the first couple days, and everyone's just going to copy that. So I don't really like these kinds of things as a league mechanic because it ends up just being a just do what everyone else is doing for the best rewards, right? So I'm a little not excited about this part, but anyways, go on.
To the hall. Tibbs, can you handle it? Great. Then Isla just needs to bridge the gap.
So her job is to create a bridge for you that you're unable to access. I feel like this could be bypassed. I don't know. Maybe like you could flame dash across me. Okay, that might be a little too far, but I mean, I just feel like there's hopefully this person does more than just bridges, but we'll see.
There's enough in that bunker for all of us to live very comfortably. If we stick to the plan,
I know everyone's made this joke before, but when she says for everyone to live comfortably, chances are that's a lie, and you're probably just gonna get a couple of orbs and maybe like one rare item, and it's gonna be a trash item.
should have no trouble at all. If we stick to the plan.
So I know we saw the alert thing, right? The alert bar, and that concerned a lot of players. Fortunately, we don't have to play like we're playing a stealth game, because that would be totally ass backwards to what this game's all about, when you're supposed to be killing stuff and getting loot, to just playing stealthily and not killing stuff. There was a part, I think. No, I think it's later on. Okay, we'll keep going. I like the music too.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. In this new league, you will plan and execute elaborate heists. Travel to the Rogue Harbor and hire a crew of thieves to perform tasks such as lockpicking, demolition, and transportation.
See, this is the part that I was talking about earlier with the whole crew thing, because according to the fact, when you're just doing a regular job, a regular contract that isn't a grand heist, you can only bring one person. So I'm assuming when you do these short contracts, that unless they tell you beforehand what you need, you're either gonna miss out on some certain rewards by not being able to bring like everyone. Like, what if there's certain objects or like obstacles that you need to get past, and since you don't have everyone here, I wonder if that's gonna be a thing, because that kind of sounds frustrating to miss out on some rewards.
Break into a secure facility and be careful not to trigger the alarm. Bypass security measures and infiltrate the vault containing a valuable artifact. Make a mad dash back to the extraction point to lock in your haul.
That guy, first of all, whoever made this trailer and edited it, you're funny, because he said make a mad dash for the exit, and the character literally used the skill dash. But the character is very slow. This league looks like it's going to benefit characters that move heckin' fast. I mean, you should always be making a character that moves heckin' fast in terms of movement speed, but this one even more so. So characters like a raider, because they have the additional frenzy charges. If you go headhunter, which is not obviously a ideal casual option, but just getting those rare mods where you move faster is going to be a super nice. Or a queen of the forest type thing that increases your move speed with evasion rating. So like having those type of builds is going to make it super easy to just sneak by and get out like really fast. I feel like that's going to be the meta, or like the plan for these things, as it doesn't appear like fighting too many guards is going to be beneficial, since it does raise the alert level. And then once you're running, right, and the guards are after you and the place goes on lockdown, they've already said that you won't get exp and the guards won't drop stuff after a certain point. Like, they'll endlessly keep spawning guards to kill you, but at a certain point they're just going to not be valuable at all. So I mean, just having the quick speed, it's going to be really nice when running any of these heists.
Use your cut of the profits to obtain a blueprint, uncover escape routes, and train your crew as you plan the ultimate job.
Now, this is where a lot of people also were really starting to go like, oh, GGG, what are you doing? This league mechanic looks complicated. And it does. And we're all a little skeptical about it, including me. Like, first of all, what the hell is this dude's gear? Dual wielding daggers? Anyways, like, a lot of us don't want a complicated mechanic. We just want to kill monsters, right? That's why we liked Delirium. I didn't really like Delirium too much, though, just because for other reasons. I won't get into it, but we just want to kill stuff, right? Harvest didn't really provide that. It didn't really provide stuff in maps, which is one of its biggest faults. And the garden, its mechanic itself was complicated. Synthesis was complicated to understand. Betrayal was complicated. Things like that. So I'm hoping it's not as complicated as it looks. I'm hoping that I'm just being really judgmental and it's going to be super easy, but you know, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Executing a grand heist.
It also looks annoying. I don't know if you're going to get the gear for your rogues in the heists that you do, or if they're going to drop normally in maps. I don't know if that was confirmed or not. I would have to double check the FAQ. But I don't know how I feel about that. That's just going to be like more stuff that we need to get. Hopefully it's not too rare. Like I'm curious, is there going to be unique gear for your rogues? Can we craft it? Like just more stuff to do, I guess, which is I don't know.
Choose your payoff from exclusive new items such as alternate quality gems, trinkets, body.
So you'll notice in that previous frame right here that these items have the lock on them. This has already been explained. This is, I believe, could be wrong, but this means that they're locked because they're contraband items, which means you're in the process of stealing them. So you can't actually use them. And they can be dropped if you die and fail the heist. So that's what the lock means, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not, you guys can correct me in the comments. But it's going to be very heartbreaking if you get something like an Exalt Orb and then you die and then you can't get your thing back because it's on lockdown during the heist. Feels bad.
Body and weapon enchantments, replica unique items, experimented base types, and more. Plan your escape on September 18th.
All right. So my initial thoughts on this league was pretty much, again, like the same with the communities. We were like, I don't know, but I'll play it. And that's kind of how I feel. Like, one of my biggest problems with Harvest was that the game felt like standard because of the huge downtime in between seeds. Late game. Early game Harvest is okay because you're moving from area to area so fast that your seeds are constantly growing. You're getting more seeds, you're crafting stuff, and it feels great. But like towards the end game, when you only see one seed cache per map, it's a little like, ugh. And then it really slows down because the seeds don't add anything to your map, so it feels like just generic gameplay. But oh hey, I got some seeds, and then you plant them, and then you have to do a couple more maps for them to pop out. And when I was playing Harvest at the beginning of the league, the seed drops were very bad. They dropped very little seeds, and the same for the higher tiers. So it took forever for me to get to the exciting stuff. And that's why I ultimately got bored with Harvest really early on, and I dropped it. I didn't even do all the end game stuff and challenges that I usually do with each league. So hopefully, like Heist fixes that. They've said that contracts will drop very frequently, and if you want to do like nothing but run contracts, you can. And I think that's really good if you decide to trade up and just buy in bulk contracts around your level and just run them nonstop. Because at least then you're interacting with the new league more than you did with Harvest. Harvest, you interacted it once every couple maps. This one you can just keep going. And hopefully I don't have to buy them. I don't want to have to buy a bunch of contracts. Hopefully they just drop naturally and I can at least run a couple contracts after a map. To me, that'll be fine. Like I don't plan to buy any contracts or anything. I am planning to play Self-Found this league, which might be a little yikes, but we'll see. The thing that excites me the most about Heist is the trinkets and having more control on your loot, because that's one of the biggest problems with PoE is that, like you've heard this before, 90% of the shit that drops anywhere in this game, especially endgame, is just straight up garbo, and you're probably going to ignore it or it's filtered out already. So with Heist and with the trinkets being able to control what loot drops. Hopefully, eventually you want to find a trinket that benefits your build, right? This will solve one of the biggest issues that PoE has, and I'm very, very hopeful that it's working as well. It'll work as well as I think it will. Um, the league, like I said, it looks exciting. It does look fun, but I'm very, very skeptical because of leagues in the past. We've had a lot of expansions with very complicated mechanics, and a lot of people just end up not enjoying it because it's too much work. People like they just want to kill stuff. They just want to play an easy game and just kill stuff, and I totally understand that viewpoint. Like with, again, going back to Harvest as an example, we all had to look up spreadsheets on how to best how to best make the garden, right? And it was super confusing because like even if you tried to do it without a guide, it was super complicated to set up the gardens. And then for tier 2 seeds, right, you needed to juice them with the dispersers and connect it and have the storage stuff. It was like, dude, I just want to kill stuff, not play Factorio. Hoping the same thing doesn't happen in Heist. I just want to kill stuff. Hopefully picking out the rogues or your team or whatever is easy. Getting them the gear they need is easy. Like it just needs to be simple, please. um and hopefully the heists are rewarding even without a trinket or two, because uh I really don't want to have to feel like it's better to do maps to get currency and gear than to do the new stuff, because you want to do the new stuff, right? Um, and I think that's gonna wrap it up for my initial thoughts on this league. I also wanted to mention that for the stream, like I've streamed every PoE league launch since forever, but I'm thinking about passing on this one because just nobody watches, to be honest. Like I'm still gonna probably play the launch, don't get me wrong, but streaming it, I feel like it doesn't really do much for me because everyone's streaming PoE on launch day, and I just get like buried beneath everybody. So I don't know. I might play something else, but we'll see. Either way, I'm gonna check out the expansion. I hope it's good. I want to enjoy PoE, please. And there's hopefully some more interesting balance changes as well, which will be revealed in the next couple or next week, I think. Like new skills, rebalanced skills, reworked skills, and stuff like that. Usually also gets me interested in playing again. But yeah, Harvest, I just did not enjoy and play it for too long. So hopefully with Heist, I do stick around for a little bit longer. But here's hoping. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I might have made the rant a little too long, or the commentary a little too long, but if you guys are playing Heist, let me know what you guys think about the new expansion, and if you guys are going to play it or not. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.